Monday, the 1st of January, 1944. Another year has begun, and we find ourselves still in our hiding place. We have been here now for 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. It feels as if our life is at a standstill. We're all a little thinner now. Von Don's discussions are as violent as ever. The mother still does not understand me, but yet I don't understand her either. There is one great change, however, a change in myself. I read somewhere that girls of my age don't feel quite certain about themselves. They become quiet within and begin to think of the miracle that is taking place in their bodies. I think what is happening to me is so wonderful. Not only what can be seen, but what's on the inside. Every time it happens, I feel as though I have a sweet secret. And in spite of my pain, I long for that time when I can feel that secret within me again.
It must be me.
Wake up, everyone! Meep is coming! Come on, Mr. Dessel. Up, come on. Meep, what a surprise. Mr. Caller.
We came to bring you New Year's greetings.
You shouldn't have. You guys must have at least one day to yourselves.
Me? I haven't seen Lucy anywhere around. Just anywhere, please.
I'm sorry, Peter. I asked everyone in the neighborhood if they'd seen a gray cat, but they all said no. Here you go, Anna. How are you, Margot? Are you feeling any better?
I'm all right.
We filled her full of every kind of pills, so she won't cough and making noise in the night. Hi, me. Hello, Mr. Caller.
Hope for peace for the new year.
Are you sure you just haven't seen him?
No, I'm sorry. There are a lot of cats on the street.
Everybody, look what Meeps brought for us.
A cake!
Okay,
A cake!
I'll get the plates.
I haven't seen a cake since you brought us one last year. You remember? This time about New Year's? It said on it, peace in 1943. Peace in 1944. Well, it has to come sometime, you know. Hello, Mr. Dessel.
How you doing?
Meep, you must have used all of your sugar rations for this. Oh, you really should have. It's so beautiful.
Here's the knife, Leafia. Now, how many of us are there?
I
None for
shouldn't.
me, thank you.
Oh, please, I insist.
I couldn't.
Good. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 7 of us.
8! It's the same numbers, it's always been 8!
Well, I take it for granted Margot won't have any.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, I don't see why it would harm her.
Well, I just didn't want her to start coughing again. That's all.
And please, Mrs. Frank should cut the cake.
What's the difference?
Don't I always give everyone the same amount?
Mrs. Frank divides things better.
Oh, come on.
No, I
Stop
want an
wasting
answer.
time.
Don't I?
Yes, everyone gets exactly the same.
That's a lie. She always
Please,
cuts.
please. You see what little sugar cake does to us? It all goes to our heads.
Here's the knife, Mrs. Frank.
Thank you. Meep, are you sure you won't be having any cake?
Oh, no, really. I have to go in a minute.
Meep, I know it's wrong to ask you again, but please. They say that cats usually go back to their owners' houses. Maybe Mooshki went back to the neighborhood. I just want to see my cat.
Peter, I'll try. No, I'll try. I'm afraid with
Make up your mind. Already somebody's had a nice dinner from that cat.
Meep, this cake is delicious.
Delicious.
Dirk'd like to have a girl who can bake like this.
Oh, Dirk is taking me to a party tonight. Oh, how heavenly. Remember now what everyone's wearing and what you have to eat. You can tell us tomorrow. I'll give you the full report. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye, Meep.
Just a minute, me. There's something I'd like you to do for me.
Poochie, where are you going? Why are you going to dinner? Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, he's gonna sell Mother's old fur coat. She's crazy about that thing.
Could it be possible that anyone could be so silly as to worry about a bird coat at times like this?
You know, it's none of your darn business. And if you say one more thing, I swear, oh!
No! Don't you dare take my coat, you hear? It's mine, you have no right. My father gave me that coat! No, please, no!
Having a little discussion over the advisability of selling this coat. As I've reminded Mrs. Von Don, it's very selfish of her to keep it when there are so many people outside in such desperate need of clothing. So if you could please sell it for us, it should fetch a good price.
All right.
Oh, and can you try to get me some cigarettes? I mean, I don't care what kind. Just get as many as you can.
I'll try, Mr. Von Don, but it's terribly difficult. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Neep. Mr. Crawler, are you sure you won't be having any cake?
I shouldn't.
Still feeling badly, Mr. Crawler? What did the doctor say?
I haven't been to one lately.
Now, Mr. Crawler.
Oh, I tried, but it's very hard to get one these days. They're oh so busy. After weeks, though, I finally managed to get one over the phone. I wasn't feeling well, so I asked for an appointment. You know what he told me? Over the phone? Stick out your tongue. Mr. Franz, I have some files for you to look over downstairs. Would you mind?
Oh, of course.
If we can go downstairs, I'm sorry. It'll take all of you for a moment.
What's happened? Something's happened, hasn't it, Mr. Crawler?
No, I just want to follow his opinion.
Something's gone wrong, I know it.
If it's something that concerns us here, best that we all know.
But the children.
Whatever they imagine will be far worse than any reality.
Well, it's a man's storeroom. I'm not sure whether or not you remember him. Carl, about 50, heavy set on your side. He came with us before you left.
He was from Utrecht.
That's the man. A couple of weeks ago, while I was in the office, he closed the door and asked me, "How's Mr. Frog? Have you heard of Mr. Frog?" I told him I only heard the rumor that you were in Switzerland. He said he heard that too, but he thought I might know something more. I didn't really pay attention to it. But then a thing happened yesterday. He brought us an invoice with me signed, and while I was beside him, I looked up, and I saw him standing, staring at the bookcase. The book is attached to your door. He told me, wasn't there a door that used to be there? Wasn't there a door that led off to the loft? And then he asked for more money. 20 guilders a week.
Blackmail.
20 guilders a week, very modest blackmail.
Well, that's just the beginning.
You know what I think? He was the thief who was down there that night. That's how he knows we're up here.
What did you tell him? How did it end?
I told him I'll think about it. Well, what shall I do? Pay him? Take the chance of firing him or what? I don't know.
No. Don't fire him. Keep him somewhere where you can keep your eye on him.
Is it that much that he's asking for? What are they paying nowadays?
He could get in the war plant, but this isn't the war plant. Mind you, I'm not sure if he really knows or if he doesn't know.
We'll offer him half for now. We'll know soon enough whether it's blackmail or not.
And if it is, we need to pay it, haven't
And
we?
we'll deal with that when the time comes.
This may be all my imagination. You get to a point these days, time to time. For one simple word, I found myself.
What's that? The telephone ringing on a holiday?
That's my wife. I told her I had to keep the papers and that she'd call her to church. I'll pay him half then. We hope for the best. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Crawler.
Goodbye, Mr. Crawler. Goodbye, Mr. Crawler.
You can thank your son for this, falling down off that chair. Telling you it's only a matter of time now.
Sometimes I wish the end would come. Whatever.
Margaret! You should be ashamed of yourself.
Then at least we know where we were.
We're lucky to be here. Think about all the people dying in the war. Think about the people in the concentration camps.
What's the good of that? Making a misery when we're already miserable? That's stupid.
Anna, don't talk that way.
We're young, Margot, Peter, and I. You grown-ups have had your chance. If we begin thinking about the horror in the world, we're lost.
Now, Anna,
we have to hold on to some kind of ideals when everything, ideals, hopes are being destroyed.
Anna!
We weren't around when all this started, so don't try to take it out on us.
Anna!
She acts as if we started the war.
She left her cake. take it up.
Well, did we?
You left this.
Thanks.
You know, I thought you were just fine until now. You know how to talk to them. What to say and how to say it, I'm no good at that. And Mr. Dussel, when he said that thing about someone hitting Mushki, I wanted to hit him, you know? It's how he used to solve everything at school. But I think to myself, here and now, to that old man, it just wouldn't be so good.
You're making a terrible mistake about me. I do it all wrong. I say too much, I go too far, I hurt people's feelings.
I think you're just fine, Anna. I mean, well, I'm trying to say is, you know how you and I, it's just, I mean,
Do you mean it, Peter? Do you really mean it?
I said it, didn't I?
Why, thank you, Peter.
Oh. This is quite a collection you got here.
Wouldn't you like some to put in your room? Heaven knows you spend enough time in there doing heaven knows what.
It's easier. A fight, an argument breaks out, I can go in there and hide away.
You're lucky having a room to go to. His lordship is always here. I never get a moment alone. Whenever they start on me, I just have to stand there and take it. I can't duck away.
Well, you did just give some of it back right now.
I get so mad. They form their opinions about everything, and we're still trying to figure it out. And just when you think you figured one thing out, something else comes along and bang, you're back where you started.
At least you have someone you can talk to.
Not really. Mother, I never discuss anything important with her, and Father's all right. We can talk about anything. Anything except one thing. Mother. He simply won't talk about her. I don't suppose you can be really intimate with someone if they hold something back, do you?
I think your father's just fine.
Oh, yes, Peter, he is. Well, anyway, it's funny. You and I, we've been seeing each other every day for the past year, and this is the first time we've ever really talked. It helps to let off some steam.
Well, anytime you want, you can come into my room and let off steam, if you want.
Do you mean it, Peter?
I mean, I said it, didn't I?
Thank you, Peter. We've had bad news. The people from whom we've got our ration books from have been arrested. We're having to cut down still further and further on our meals. Our stomachs are so empty they make strange noises, all in different keys. Mr. Von Don's is deep and low like a bass fiddle. Mine is high like a flute. When we sit around waiting for supper, it's like an orchestra waiting to tune up. All it needs is a conductor to raise his baton and we're off on the ride of Valkyries. Mr. Dussel waits every day for the workhouse man to demand more money. Mother, she still doesn't understand me. Am I skipping too much from subject to subject? I can't help it. I feel the spring is coming. I feel it in my body and soul. And I'm longing, so longing, for someone to talk to. Someone young who feels as I do. No, Mr. Dussel, I'm not dressed yet. There, how about that? How does that look?
Fine.
You didn't even look.
Of course I did. Fine.
Margot, tell me, am I terribly ugly?
Oh, stop fishing.
No, tell me.
Of course you're not. You've got nice eyes and a lot of animation.
A little vague, aren't you?
Anna, dear, may I please come in?
No.
Come in, Mother. Anna, Mr. Van Dussel is impatient to get in here.
Heavens, he takes the room for himself the entire day.
Are you going in to see Peter again tonight?
That is my intention.
I've already been in there an awful lot today, my dear.
I've been in there exactly twice. Once to get the dictionary and then 3/4 of an hour before supper.
Aren't you afraid that you're disturbing him much?
Mother, I have some intuition.
Good. Then let me ask you this. That when you go in to see Peter, that you would not shut the door.
You sound like Mrs. Von Dawn.
No, I don't mean to sound like anything wrong. I just wish that you wouldn't open yourself up to criticism and that you wouldn't give Mrs. Von Dawn an opportunity to be unpleasant.
Mrs. Von Dawn? She doesn't need an opportunity to be unpleasant.
True. Anyways, we're all worried about Mr. Crawler. And this is just one more thing for us.
I'm sorry, Mother. I'm going to see Peter. I'm not going to let Petronella Von Dawn spoil our friendship.
Why don't you two talk in the main room tonight? It'd save a lot of trouble. It's hard on Mother, having to listen to those remarks from Mrs. Von Dawn and not say a word.
Why doesn't she say a word? I think it's stupid to just take it and take it.
You don't understand Mother at all, do you? She can't talk back. She's not like you. It's just not in her nature to fight back.
Anyways, the only one I worry about is you. I feel awfully guilty about you.
What else?
Every time I go in to see Peter, I feel that I'm hurting you. Oh, aren't you jealous?
Well, of course I'm jealous. Jealous you've got a reason to get up in the morning for. But jealous of you and Peter? No.
Maybe there is nothing to be jealous of. Maybe I'm just taking the place of his cat. Wouldn't you like to come in with us?
I have a book.
You're all right.
Can I come in now?
Yes, dear Mr. Dussel.
My God, look at her. Now, Anna, I would like to have a few words with my son, if you don't mind. Now, Peter, I don't want you staying up till all hours of the night tonight. You're a growing boy and you need your sleep.
Don't worry, Mrs. Von Dawn. Anna's going to bed promptly at 9, aren't you?
Yes, Mother. May we go now?
Oh, I didn't know I had anything to say about it.
Listen to the chimes, Anna dear.
You know, in my day, it was the boys who called on the girls.
Well, you know how young people are. They like to have their secrets. And Peter's room is the only place where they can talk.
Talk? That's not what we called it when I was younger.
Aren't they impossible? Aren't they terrible? Treating us as if we're still in the nursery.
Oh, don't let them bother you. It doesn't bother me.
I suppose you can't really blame them. They think back to when they were children, and they don't understand how much more advanced we are. When I think of the wonderful conversations we've had.
Oh, these are wonderful. I'm glad you brought them to me.
I remember when I won that one. I bet Joby that I could eat 5 ice cream cones. We had been playing ping pong at her house, and then we'd go to the Oasis of the Delphi, wherever Jews were allowed. There'd also be a lot of boys there. I'd have so much fun. I'd like to go back there for a week or two, but no more. I get bored to death, and I think more maturely on life now. I want to be a writer, or a journalist, or something. I love to write. What do you want to be?
Well, I think I might go off somewhere. To a farm or something. Something that doesn't take too much brains.
Oh, don't say that. You have the most terrible inferiority complex.
Oh, Anna, I know I'm not smart.
That's not true. You're tons better than me in lots of things. Arithmetic, and algebra, and... Well, you're lots better than me in algebra. You like Margot, don't you?
I don't know.
It's all right. Everyone does. She's pretty, and she's smart, and she's bright, and funny. And I'm not.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh no, I'm not a beauty. I never have been and never shall be.
That's not true. I think you're pretty.
You do?
And another thing. You've changed a lot since the first time I met you.
I have?
I used to think you were awfully noisy.
I'm glad you don't just hate me.
I never said that.
Peter, have you ever kissed a girl?
Yes, once.
Was she pretty?
Huh?
That girl you kissed, was she pretty?
I don't know. I was blindfolded. It's not like that. No, I was at a party where they blindfold you and kiss you. Stupid party games.
I don't suppose that counts, does it?
It didn't for me.
I've been kissed twice. Once by a man I've never seen before. He kissed my cheek after he helped me up off the ice cream. And then Mr. Kufis, a friend of Father's, he kissed my hand. I don't suppose those count, do they?
I wouldn't say that did.
I know for a fact Margot would never kiss a boy unless she was engaged to him, and I'm pretty sure Mother never touched a man before Pim. Do you think it's wrong for a girl to kiss a boy unless she's engaged to them?
Well, for some girls, everything they do is wrong, but others, it wouldn't be so bad. I mean, when two people like us.
9 o'clock, I have to go.
That's right. You won't let them stop you from coming?
No. Next time I might bring my diary. I have lots of things in there I'd like to show you.
Like what kind of things?
I wouldn't want you to see some of it. I thought you were a nothing, the way you thought about me.
Did you change your mind the way I changed my mind about you?
You'll see. Aha! By this time, we all know each other so well that if one person starts a story, the rest of us can finish it for him. We're having to cut down still further and further on our meals. Even Mr. Dussel wishes Mushki was still here. Thursday, the 12th of April, 1944. Invasion fever is mounting still every day. Meeb says the people outside talk of nothing else. For me, life has become much more pleasant. I often go to Peter's room after supper. Don't say I'm in love, because I'm not! But it does make life more bearable to have someone with whom you can exchange views. No more tonight. P.S. I must admit, there is nothing lovelier than to sit under the skylight with the sun beaming on your face and to have a darling boy in your arms. I do admit now that I'm glad the Von Dons had a son and not a daughter. I've outgrown another dress. That's the third. I'm having to wear Margot's clothes now. I'm working hard on my French. Now I'm reading La Belle Novarse.
Give it to me! You greedy sucker!
Poochie! What is it? What's happened? He's stealing the bread!
It was you! This whole time we thought it was the rat! Von Dawn, how could you? I am hungry!
Hungry! I see the children getting thinner and thinner every day! And don't think that I don't see him! And I hear his stomach growling at night because he's so hungry
Edith!
Get out!
You cannot mean what you're saying.
I mean exactly that! Get your things right now and get out!
Edith, please. For 2 years we have lived here. We have managed to keep the peace and live side by side. We're going to throw that all away now?
No.
This will never happen again, will it, Mr. Von Dahl?
No!
He steals
No!
once, he'll steal
Edith,
again!
please! Let's all go to our rooms
No
and we'll
more
talk
talk!
this out.
Get your things right now and get out!
You'd put us out on the street?
There are other hiding places!
A cellar? A closet, and we don't even have enough money
I
for
would pay
that!
the money out of my own pocket, gladly!
Mr. Franck, you told Peter you'd never be able to repay him for what he done for you when
If
he
my
first
husband
came.
has any obligation to you, he's paid it over and over!
Please, I've never seen you
I
like
should
this
have
before.
spoke out long ago!
Can't be nice to some people.
You know there would have been enough food for all of us if you hadn't come
You
here!
don't need the Nazis to disguise.
Give this to me. She'll find you a new hiding place.
Mother, you can't throw Peter out. Peter hasn't done anything.
When I said the children, I meant Peter too.
If father goes, I go.
That man is no father. He doesn't even know what it is to be a
It
father.
just wouldn't feel right to stay here.
Very well then. I'm sorry.
No, Peter, no, you can't leave. Mother, they can have my food. I don't care. They can have it. Just don't throw them out yet. It'll be daylight soon. They'll be caught.
Please, Mother.
It must be me.
At this hour?
I beg you, don't let her see us like this.
You can stay until Meat finds you a new hiding place. On one condition. You must never, ever come anywhere where there is food. Ever. And you can cook it, and you can bring it up to him.
Oh no, we haven't sung solo. We're gonna fight over a handful of rotten potatoes.
What are you doing?
Stop it! You're keeping all the big ones to yourself. Look at the size of that one. Stop it! Mr. Franck, most wondrous news. The invasion has begun.
No.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear? The invasion has begun.
When?
How do you know? The radio, the BBC. They said they landed on the coast of Normandy.
The British? Who?
The British, French, Dutch, Poles, Americans, Norwegians, all of them. More than 4,000 ships.
Thank God it's gone.
I have to tell Mr. Crawler this. This will be better than any blood transfusion.
Meat, what part of Normandy did they land in? Did they say?
Normandy. That's all I know. I'll be up the moment I hear some more.
Oh, I told you.
Poochie, what's wrong?
Please, I'm so ashamed.
Don't.
Didn't you hear what Meep said? The invasion has come. This is a time to celebrate.
To steal bread from children.
We've all done things that we're ashamed of.
Look at me, the way I treated Mother. So rude and foreign to
No,
her.
Annalyn, no.
Oh, Mother, I was terrible.
Not as bad as me.
Hey, come on, let's be happy, all of you. Come on.
Schnapps, L'chaim.
I should have never talked to them that way. They're kids.
No. You were right.
No, stop, everyone. You're spoiling the whole invasion.
We're all in much better spirits these days. There's still excellent news of the invasion. The Gestapo found the missing radio. Mr. Dussel says they'll trace it back and back to the thief, and then it's just a matter of time before they find us. Mr. Crawler has to have an operation, which looks bad. Everyone's been low. Even poor Pip can't raise their spirits. I have often been downcast myself, but never in despair. I feel that I can shake it all off if I write. But that's the big question. Will I ever be able to write well? All I want is for my story to go on after my death.
Mr. Franck, that's the phone. Again, do you hear that?
Yes, I hear.
But this is the third time, in quick succession. I'm telling you, it's a signal. Meep's trying to get to us
Please.
somehow.
Please.
You're wasting your breath.
For 3 days now. Mape hasn't been to us at all. Nobody's come to work today either. There hasn't been a sound in the building.
Maybe we've mixed up our days. Isn't it Sunday?
You with the diary. What day is it?
No, I don't track the days. I know what day it is. It's Friday, August the 4th. Friday! Why isn't anybody at work? I'm telling you, Mr. Frog, Mr. Crawler is dead. They shut down the building. Mape's trying to tell us that.
She'd never telephone us.
Mr. Frog, please, I'm begging you, answer it!
No.
Just pick it up and listen. You don't have to say anything.
No, I've told you no. I will do nothing that will let anyone know we're in the building.
Mr. Frog is right.
No one need to tell us what side you're on.
I'm going down. Too late.
So that's it then. We just wait here. Until we die.
I can't take it anymore. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself.
Stop it! Please.
You know what? I think you'd be glad if I did. I think you want me to die.
Whose fault is it we're here? You think I wanted to come here? We could have been safe somewhere. In America? Switzerland. But no. No! You couldn't leave when I wanted to. You couldn't leave your things. No. You couldn't leave your precious furniture!
Don't touch me!
Look, Peter, the sky. Isn't it such a lovely day? You want to know what I do when I feel like I can't stand being cooped up in here for a moment longer? I think myself out. I think myself in a walk to the park where Pim and I used to go, where the flowers lined the hills. You want to know what the best part about thinking yourself out is? You can have it any way you'd like. You can have roses and chrysanthemums and violets all blooming at the same time. It's funny, I used to take it all for granted, but now, well, I've gone crazy about everything to do with nature. Haven't you?
I've just gone crazy. I mean, if something doesn't happen soon, I just don't know.
I wish you had a religion, Peter.
No, not for me.
Oh, I don't mean you have to be orthodox or believe in heaven and hell and purgatory and things. Just something to believe in. When I think of all that's out there, the birds and the trees and the seagulls, and the dearness of you, Peter, and the goodness of the people we know, me, Mr. Crawler, the vegetable man, Dirk, all risking their lives for us
That's
every day.
fine. But when I think, I get angry. Look at us, cooped up in here for 2 years. Not being able to move and waiting for them to come and get us. For what? For what?
I know it's terrible. I don't have any faith at all when people are doing such horrible. But I believe that in spite of everything, people are really good at heart. How to think the world isn't going through a phase, like I was with Mother. It'll pass. Maybe not for thousands of years, but
I
someday.
want something to happen now, Anna. Not 1,000 years from now.
Peter, think of life as a pattern. Like we're just a little minute in life. Look at us, going at it like a couple of grown-ups. Look at the sky now, Peter. Isn't it lovely? Someday, when I'm out of here, I want to go have a...
2 years we have lived in fear. Now we can live in hope.
It seems that our stay here now is over. They're waiting for us now. They've allowed us 5 minutes to grab our things, consisting of only clothing. So that means, dear diary, I must leave you behind. Please, please meet for Mr. Crawler or anybody else. If you find this diary, will you keep it safe for me? Because one day, I hope.
No more.
I had gone to the country to find some food. But when I got back, the block was surrounded by police.
We made our business is I found out. It was a thief. The thief told him.
You know, it seems strange to say this, that anyone could be happy in a concentration camp. But Anna was happy in that camp in Holland where they first took us. After 2 years of being shut up in these rooms, she was out in the sunshine, in the fresh air that she loved.
A little more?
Yes. The news of the war was good. The British and Americans were sweeping through France. We felt sure that they'd get to us in time. Then in September, we were told we were to be shipped to Poland. The men to one camp, and the women to another. I was sent to Auschwitz. They went to Davison. In January, we were freed, the few of us who were left. The war wasn't yet over, so we were sent from here to there behind the lines, wherever we'd be safe. Every time we would stop at a siding or a crossing, we'd get out and go from car to car. Where were you? Were you at Buchenwald, at Davison, at Melton? Did you know my son, my daughter, my wife? That's how I learned of my wife's death. Of Margot, the Von Dons, Peter and Dussel, but Anna. I still hoped. Yesterday, I went to Rotterdam. I'd heard of a woman there who'd been in Davison with Anna. I now know.
I believe that in spite of everything. People are really good at heart.
She puts me to shame.